And we're live. Gotta wait for the notification to come up that we're live. Give it 5 seconds. There it is. Oh, we don't want sound coming out of the phone. Can't have that. Man alive, I tell you what. All right. I had this upside down to me because I was gonna flash it on the screen. Hey Peg, how you doing? You get to be first tonight? How's it going? What's up, Greg? How you doing? Wonder. Interesting. How have you been, dude? Seen a couple of your YouTube videos. I don't think I had a chance to sit down and watch the last one, but right. I think we're almost set up, getting our rings out here. All right. What am I doing here? You're good? Posting more tomorrow? Cool. You got the basket done? Yeah, Peg, that basket is amazing. That is a phenomenal basket. I'm ridiculously impressed with that. Right? Like, I've been doing this for a long time, and that blows my mind. So nice work. All right, so let's get a look here on this face. Hey Barb, how you doing? All right. We're listening to some song about jugs of mead. Alright. I have pliers around here somewhere. It's amazing that I still do this and what has become. Well, thank you. It has taken a lot of work to get this far. And I like where I've taken it. Thanks for the share, Chris. Appreciate you being here. Aw, shucks, thanks. No, seriously, Peg, your sculptures are pretty cool. That basket is badass. I'm doing okay, Barb. Yeah, that bunny basket's ridiculous. Right? Like, no one would ever think chainmail Easter basket fluffy bunny. Ever. And yet, there it is. And it's pretty spot on. Right, like the colors are right. It's definitely very Easter themed. I wish I was as skilled as you. Let's see here. Well, yeah, Greg, if you're still watching the how to put this, the chainmail has been the one continuous thing that I've managed to stay good at, and there are people in the audience who are or in the comment section, in the audience, you know, who are much better than me, so it kind of evolved into its own thing with the prints and everything. I think I need to change out that ring. No. Nope. We're gonna keep going as it is. I can't tell. I need more of the nose shape in here, and then we'll make it look pretty. You're still here? Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm glad I'm still doing this too, and that it has become what it has become, because there's no way I was going to be able to wrap the world in chainmail by having to make it all. So, like, it's physically impossible. But you know, with prints, we can all have our print items and dream that it's all real chainmail. The leather work I did looks great. Thanks, buddy. I'm still really, like, I've done leather work for a while, but I've never dedicated the time to it that I really should. So I've got a lot of leather projects coming up. Hopefully I'll get to it. Slivy, you're a Raider Nation fan? Cool. This is for a friend of mine who is also a Raider Nation fan. Oh, talking to people. Okay. The only thing you've done consistently good at is talking to people. Not for real. That's definitely a skill I don't have. I can get on here and kind of ramble on about whatever and read comments and whatnot. But actually engaging in conversation, not so much. So the leatherwork piece I did look fabulous. Oh, thank you guys. It's really like an old piece that was laying around that I hadn't finished for forever. And then I was cleaning and getting rid of stuff and did the lacing on it real quick. So slapped it on the horn here, which is still right here. So it looks okay. That basket weave stamping job could be better, but that lacing job's pretty spot on. It turned out, like, I'm more than happy with that, how it turned out. So I've got a lot of stuff to work on. You wait tables, so it's a great skill. To talk to people, yeah. Absolutely. Alright, Greg, I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. Greg and I used to be in the Army together. He's a good dude. We were in Sleesville, Louisiana together, and we went to Iraq together. And I believe he was one of the medics. So we didn't work directly together. I worked in the tent hospital that was put up inside of an old warehouse, where we got put sandbags on the ceiling to stop mortars. So You know, what was going to happen first? Was a mortar going to topple the building or punch a hole in the roof, or were the sandbags going to collapse the roof? That was always the lingering question. Back in a minute, or back in a month. So, man, that was a long time ago. It was over a decade ago. I have been out longer than I have been in. One of the best things I ever did, though, was one of our senior leadership died. And, like, there was no Facebook group for our unit that deployed together. And so I made a quick one real fast, and then put, I think we had about 30 or 40 people on a Zoom call for 4 or 6 hours, and we just sat there and reminisced and caught up, and it got, I mean, there was over 120 people in our unit, so we didn't have everyone on stream, but a lot of people were watching. And that was a real good night. I've been wanting to do it again since then, but I have not had the opportunity. So hopefully, maybe this summer at the second anniversary of our friend's death, we'll get together and... Alright, where are we at here? That kind of looks like it's in the right place. I don't know. We'll see. That's good, and then it's just silver on the way out. Might have to bring it in a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, Iraq was a long time ago. It's like I got out and got my degree and have been in the private sector ever since. I got tired of the military. I did 7 years and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this crap anymore. I was working in a hospital, which was a big part of the problem, because it was all about who you knew in the hospital. It wasn't about how good of a soldier you were or how good at your job you were. My services appreciated. Well, thank you for your support. I didn't really do much. I slapped some bandages on some people and gave them some meds. Iraq's not, and like, unless you were in the midst of fighting, right? About the worst thing that I experienced, aside from being shot at, you know, they all missed, but, you know, I was shot at. About the worst thing, though, is the dust and the heat. That is about, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. That's about the most god-awful dust and heat, and it's the worst. You're literally just like existing, sweating the whole time. It's a good time. Wouldn't do it again. It's like knowing what I know now, right? My parents did not prepare me for a future beyond like getting me through high school. And before my mom died, she got her master's degree. My dad, I believe he has at least one master's degree, right? But they worked on their education throughout their whole lives, right? My dad is, so here, if I'm as old as I am, that makes my dad almost 70. My parents didn't set me up for life after high school, right? No one said go get a trade job. No one said, you know, there's plenty of options out there besides flipping burgers. So that's really kind of how I ended up in the military, because I had nothing going on. And it was like, well, I guess I'll do something. So I went and joined the Army one day and then left like 2 months later. But knowing what I know now, I would not have chosen that path. You're back? Cool. It's like me and Renee are both vets, and I really don't want my kid to join the military. I really don't. It's like if I can teach my kid anything that I know now, right, it will be that he doesn't, if I can teach him anything I know now, he won't have to go into the military to like get a college education. So hopefully, I mean, if he does go in the military, I'll support his decision. But he's 6 years old too, so it's like I've got a while before I have to worry about it. All right. Let's see here. I think this ring's probably too far out. I need to bring it in. One ring? One ring might work. Let's see here. That's definitely going to go here, I think. I gotta make like a little U for the nares on his nose with these black rings. Am I using anodized aluminum? Yes. Really old TRL rings from long time ago. Bright aluminum, anodized aluminum, and then for the darker gray of the helmet, I just use their regular aluminum. It's not anodized or anything. So only the black is anodized. Half the battle is deciding what you want to do for a vocation. Yeah. Yep, he tells me that I should tell him what he should do when he grows up. I'm like, buddy, that's all on you. I told him start a business doing something you love. I figure if he starts now, he'll be moderately successful by the time he's stepping out on his own. I need a knife. Oh dear. There we go. Alright. So we got some mail today. Let's see here. Come on. Alright, well maybe we got some mail if I can open the box. There we go. It's like I have this big knife and all I ever do with it is open boxes. It's like I got a lot of knives and all I ever do with them is open boxes. So these are from Chain Reaction Canada. Alright. Got a nice little letter in here. Ooh, these are shiny. Alright. We've got 12 gauge 3/8, 18 gauge 1/8. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna make with that. 16 gauge 1/4 inch and 16 gauge 5/16. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Those are pretty. Can you guys see how bright these are? Like, here, we'll get some of the big rings out here. All right. Does the camera? I don't know if that's a fair comparison, because let's see here. These are fresh rings, fresh saw cut aluminum. These are nice. And these are 10-year-old TRL bright aluminum rings that have been sitting around for a while. All right. You can, I mean, they're definitely shiny. I don't think that the TRL rings that I have were anywhere near this shiny even 10 years ago. The grayscale piece we've been working on has 4 of TRL's colors: matte black, matte frost, matte titanium, and black ice. Perfect gradients for most grayscale pieces. Cool. Hey, Tara. Should I promo a keychain or a small project? Maybe. I got a bunch of shiny new rings here from Chain Reaction Canada. Right? Bags are labeled with what comes on them. I think these are, like, I don't know what you call them, standard plastic bags. Buy them in bulk, but got their nice little sticker on them, right? Like, I don't see any burrs, or these are the small rings I have here. Let me see if I can feel any. No. All right, those are going to be kick-ass. We might delay some of the older projects and play with these for a little bit, especially these big 12 gauge 3/8 ones. Those are huge. All right, so if you need some nice shiny bright aluminum rings, right, be sure to check out Chain Reactions Canada. I will take pictures of this and post a link to it on my page if you guys want to go check them out. I think it's chain-reaction.ca. So it's not a .com website. It's .ca, I'm assuming, for Canada. Right? Okay. So now we, like, these little 18 gauge 1/8 ones, I'm thinking like a jelly cube. Right out the gate, right? I think so. So we might work on that next. And I haven't had an opportunity to work on the ring size, a jelly cube with the right ring size. We'll see if those work. Yeah, they're very shiny. Think it's an awesome idea to work on a keychain. I'll show you how to make my signature keychain that is my website logo, right? This right there, that center image is a Byzantine around a, here, it's Byzantine around a ring. They're from Chain Reaction Canada. It's www.chain-reaction.ca. I'll post a link to it when I'm done. Not tonight. There's a link right there. Thank you, Peg. Yeah, bright aluminum and stainless is what they offer right now. And they're, from what I understand, they're working out of a small space. So, but this is right? This is why I buy rings, okay? I can't make this. I don't have the patience or the technology in my house to even consider doing it, you know? I'm so talented, everyone would enjoy doing something with me. Thank you. Don't feed my ego. Alright, let's... Whew, buddy. These are nice. Like, I'm not a big fan of aluminum, right? Just because I think it's good for like static pieces, right? Like inlays. It has. Okay, I like aluminum for inlays. I don't like aluminum for wallet chains. Does that make sense? You'd even buy my rings if I made some? Well, thank you. Alright, I think I can go straight across here. So, my preferred medium is stainless steel. And that is simply because of the stuff that I have made, right? And this is a subjective opinion. I am not the authority. I'm not the end-all be-all in determining what metal is best to use and whatnot. I am just, in my experience, it has been that the bottle wraps, the belts, all the jewelry that I've made, right? Most of it's been done in stainless steel intentionally because it's just a stronger metal all around. Right? I don't have any shirts made of aluminum. They're all stainless because I don't want to make repairs. I don't want to have to go back and fix stuff. Now, you could do, I want to do, I have a set of Christmas ball ornaments here. And I want to wrap them all. I've done one, right? I want to wrap all of them, but the one that I did was in stainless steel, right? And it's pretty tight on there. But not tight, not so tight that I don't think I couldn't have done it in aluminum or done something similar in aluminum. So I eventually want to get some anodized aluminum in Christmas colors and decorate all of those Christmas ornaments, the Christmas ball ornaments. So that would definitely be like an appropriate use for aluminum. Costume jewelry pieces. What is it? Someone's blowing me up over here. Okay, nothing important. Our costume jewelry pieces are okay, right? I'm sure anodized aluminum earrings are fine, but I wouldn't want to make a resource-intensive necklace for someone out of aluminum, and that is just my opinion. There are a lot of people who do it, and they come up with really awesome stuff. And I wish them all the best. I'm just not going to do it myself. Right? An inlay, if, you know, it's hung up on a wall and it's protected from the elements, for the most part, should last for quite a long time. You know, short of someone tearing it apart or it, being destroyed by the elements or something. It should last a good long time indoors hanging on someone's wall. Right, so I'm not concerned about longevity by using aluminum to make an inlay, right? And that's, you know, like I said, it's just my opinion. It's how I do things. you can completely ignore anything I have to say on the subject, as I am not any kind of authority on it. But I am looking forward to playing with those aluminum rings, you know, that I got. If you're gonna put in the time and resources it takes to make something, I want to use the best materials possible. I think is the long and short of the 5-minute rant I just went on about the subject. Upstate New Jersey, thanks for the follow. How you doing? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. We're just making some chainmail. Working on a Raiders inlay for a friend of mine. Give me a second here. I'll show you the progress. I love it when someone on Twitch follows me. Alright. It's getting to the point where we can't fit it all on the screen anymore. So we're working on the nose a little bit. And it's... like, that's the face right there. It's coming along. A couple areas need improvement, but instead of what do you call it? Doing the appropriate prep work and getting this inlay, you know, ready to go before we started working on it. We just decided to do it freehand, so, which is not a smart move. Have I tried using titanium? Yeah, I've used titanium a lot. Now, I mean, I don't have any objection to titanium being used for stuff. It's great for all kinds of applications. And you can anodize it, so really it's quite versatile. The rings that I have, I ordered a bunch of TRL titanium 20 gauge 1/8 rings a long time ago, and every time I opened the ring they would discolor severely, to the point where anything I tried to make out of them had these big blotches on the rings that were just the gray titanium. I couldn't even use them. Then I ordered a bunch of regular titanium rings, and they are covered in burrs. And I have tumbled and tumbled and tumbled, and I can't get all of the anodization off the titanium, and I can't get all of the burrs off the other batch titanium. So the rings that I had that worked, I really liked and worked well for what I was using them for. We made a bunch of nice light earrings and jewelry pieces out of them. You just got your order from Whitney. Good night, Barb. Nice. I'm jealous. I want some rings from him too. And Josh and Diliberto and Bracken. One day. One day we will have all the rings. Alright. Now, where does it... It's really kind of right here. It starts to cut in a lot. Is that far enough? Oh, it's more than far enough down. Okay. So after those two batches of titanium didn't work out, I have not ordered anymore, but I also haven't really ordered any more rings either. So, like, I would definitely order some more titanium to work with. I do enjoy working with it. Am I tumbling corundum or stainless shot on your titanium? No. It's a, oh, what do you call it? It's a rotary tumbler. Josh, get your stainless. Try using Hyperlink titanium. It's burr free. They offer matte, etched, anodized, and shiny. Ooh. I mean, I want to try it out all. I do still want to get rid of the bulk of these rings before I start putting large amounts of money towards rings. You got 150 rings from Josh last month. Steel shot won't really take titanium, or we won't take burrs off titanium. Wait, Hyperlinks is wholesale only? I didn't know that. Alright. Yeah, screw it. Well, at one point, we're going to fix this helmet strap we have going on. But I'm not going to worry about it right this minute. We're going to try and get the face done. Not tonight, of course, but like first, and then we'll move on to other elements and fix them and add them and right. If I fret about ring placement right now, I run the risk of putting down this project. Right, which I don't want to do. Because that's what led to me stopping working on it the first time. And it's just a mental game, you know. Part of the reason why I started streaming was so that I could be held accountable for hosting a show. And in order to fill that show with content, I would also need to make chainmail, which would help use up all the excess rings I have around here, which would help get a bunch of old projects done. So, excuse me. All right, let's see here. How's that nose coming? It's alright. I think we need to put a ring there, a black ring. Let's see here. Where's my picture? Yeah. I think that needs to be black. $150 of rings? Man, I am jealous. I just got some of my tax paperwork back today. With all the stimulus that we got, I don't think I'm gonna be getting any tax breaks anytime soon. Yeah, that's a little better. Kind of looks like his nose got broken. I wonder if I need to fix that. Weird. Alright. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this is what this is gonna look like, I think. It's looking good? Good. Thank you. Yeah, I think we'll start hopefully having new designs out by March, right? And start pushing the store again a lot more, because I don't think I've posted a link to Facebook since like the holidays, right? So I think March is when I'll have some more stuff ready. $100 on Whitney, 22 gauge this time. I thought 20 gauge 1/8 H pre 3-in-1 was hard. Yeah? Okay. I don't, you know. See here. 22 gauge. Are you saying 22 gauge 1/8 rings? Those aren't that small. I mean, they're small, but like, I have worked with them and been okay. I think the smallest I've done is like 24 gauge 1/16 rings is what I have. And I think they had to be hand clipped. I think by the ring lord himself, if I remember correctly. So oh, I'm gonna have to switch that out. But I'm sure titanium rings are probably a little bit different than stainless ones. So I'm sure, you know, I'm sure they're a little different. 1/8 was out of stock. I still have my med calculator. That's a phone number from a hospital. All right, Slibby, have a good night. It's pretty late over there. 3:30 seconds? Okay. I haven't used that size. Alright, I screwed something up over here. Because his nose dips down just a little bit. Where does it dip down from? Like 1, 2, right. Yeah, I like MailleWerX. I think that you do a pretty nice job, John, on it. Like, you got some good looking stuff coming out there. But I really don't have a lot of interest in doing a lot of it. Just because of how time consuming it is. Right? There we go. MailleWerX makes your eyes go all wonky? Yeah, me too. Like, it's fun, it's cool, you make cool stuff out of it, but I've got to see John's knives. They're beautiful. Which John? John Fullensby? You started posting your yeah, I saw the brass rings. Those look like fun. I have the remnants of a garage door spring that broke last summer out in my shed, and I'm going to grab an angle grinder and cut it and just make some like large Byzantine out of it. Maybe some full Persian, we'll see what we're able to get. And I had it under a bonfire for like 12 hours, and so it should be soft enough to cut through. Alright, that's going to be over there. Okay. So hopefully this summer I'll have the vise set up on a table and I can manipulate those large rings fairly easily and just weave something fun. Oh, this John? Okay, I haven't seen his knives yet. A loose plan you've got is using PVC pipe as ring stock. So that was some mega MailleWerX. Yeah. Nice. Alright. Now, the number on my hand is from a hospital. I had to go out to their house this evening, very, very late. Generally, we're done visiting patients much earlier than this, but she was discharged from the hospital and didn't get home until late. So I had to drive out there and set up her medications. She's getting a IV med, and that's the number to the pharmacy. Their after hours number. So if you want to call a pharmacy tech and talk about medications, you know, there you go. I want to make knives someday. Don't apply inward clamping force where you're cutting, or it can camp your grinder to bad results. Yeah. Sounds like solid advice. I don't want to risk life and limb or eyesight to cut these rings, but so I will be as safe as possible. I just also don't want to sit there with the hacksaw, to be quite frank about it. I don't know about this part. Let's see. Someone's got to brag about John. Angle iron skid clamp on the grinder. Angle iron skid clamp the grinder. I think I know what you mean. Where was I going to put this? I was going to put it right here. When the guys came to replace my garage door opener over the summer, I was hoping they would have some more springs in the back, or like at the office where they work, they would have a trash can full of springs, so I could have a bunch of garage door spring steel rings. Push the coil into a stationary grinder. Oh, I gotcha. That also sounds like sound advice. All right. Okay. I don't know about this. Okay. No, I think I'm going in the right direction. I just had a ring in here. What happened to it? Ring jumped right out of my hand. Oh, sorry. Sorry for giving everyone motion sickness there. Okay. Keep hitting that camera. Sorry, guys. Oh. Found that ring I dropped. There it is. Okay. Okay, I think I need to pull this ring out and start the other side of the nares up here. Just a small fix, and then I think that'll make it look better. Okay. We got the middle of the nose going on, and then we're moving over to the left side of the nares here. Trying to figure it out. So, hopefully, you know, I mean, late discharges are a thing, but I really hope that that's like the only thing that happens this week. Knock on wood. Because I was stuck in a waiting pattern, you know? I was like waiting for the medications to get to this person's house so that I could go out there, and then I think that's too sharp. It's like, you know, you're waiting for stuff to get done, and then you like can't really do anything else. Like I got the bulk of my work done while I was waiting. Then for like a good hour, I was just didn't want to get started doing something else because I might have to. I knew I would have to leave to go and help this patient out. There, I think that's better. Kind of looks like a nose-ish thing. I don't know, we'll keep working on it, see how it goes. I think I need to change out this ring. It's like being stuck in a holding pattern waiting for your plane to board. You know, you don't want to leave and go get something to eat because then they'll call your number to get on the plane. But I got all the stuff I needed to done, and I was able to get down here and start streaming, so because I almost didn't make it. Which, you know, not the end of the world, but it's like I don't like it when that happens. I like schedules, you know? I'm gonna do this at this time, and this at that time, and that at this time, and I don't want to be doing this other thing at this time. Like, when I get home, I don't want to get my work done. I don't want to leave it for later on in the evening. Like, this job has been pretty fortunate in that I am able to drop my kid off and pick him up from school and do all the work that needs to get done in the meantime. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Is that? Oops. Alright, all the rings that I just put up in here, now you get to watch me undo them. Because I miscounted a row. Alright. Anyway, by the time 9 o'clock rolls around my time, I don't want to be working. I want to be down here, kid in bed, hanging out with y'all, getting this stuff done. Right, 'cause work pays my bills, but making chainmail feeds my soul, you know what I mean? I was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon, today with my kid, and we're at the part. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I believe most people have at this point, as it's on Netflix. So the Avatar went to the guru to align his chakras. I was like, I have heard the term chakras before, and I kind of had a gist of what they were about. And so I went and looked up all the ones that he had aligned on the show. I thought it was pretty interesting, just the concept of like meditating on things that you're afraid of, or meditating on things that you feel guilt or shame or whatever the other 7 were. It's like, when is the last time you sat down and thought about what you were afraid of, you know? Like, you know, fears as an adult are a lot different than a kid. It's like, I'm afraid of not being able to provide for my family. You know, my son going hungry. Things like that. I'm afraid of being a bad father. You know? I just thought it was interesting. I don't know if I've ever sat down and asked myself those questions as an adult. Like, I am not into aligning chakras or whatever, but I think that it is a really good question, or they are really good questions, you know, for adults to sit down and ask themselves at some point, you know, to help with growth and character development. I just thought it was interesting they were talking about it in a kids show. And the show is if you haven't seen it, it's like a coming of age show. And then there's like badass fights, especially the end one. But it is very entertaining to me. It has a lot of adult elements to it that the kid's not necessarily gonna. Hey Josh, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing all right. We're aligning our chakras over here, whatever that means. I don't think I went far enough out on that nose piece. We'll see. All right, let's. Some of these rings in here. How are you tonight, Josh? Trying to finish up this nose on here, and I'm not convinced it's perfect, but we'll work with what we have for the moment. What are we at here? Ooh, look at the time. Just in time to finish up this nose. Nope. You're doing okay? Split some firewood, some chainmail, and now you're cooking birthday dinner. Sweet. Yeah, it's a little late. We're lucky to have had it at all. I almost was unable to do anything tonight, so I'm glad I got this much in, you know what I mean? Little chainmail, little mail call tonight. It's a good night. Alright, you guys tell me. How does that nose look? It looks okay on the camera. Right, and here's the picture for reference. Like it it might be a little too, maybe that's what I'm saying, maybe it's too low from the eye patch and the eye. Maybe I might have to bring it up a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to look at it a little more closely. It's, you know, it's in line with this part. Maybe it's a little low. This is where like the cheekbone comes in. Oh, sweet. Tell Heather I said thank you. 2 more hours and then you get to play with your new rings. Alright. Yeah, I think it might be a little bit low. But, like, the design isn't wrong. I don't know. Let's see, let's get a perspective on here. I don't know. It looks a little long. We might have to move it up a row or two. We won't have time for that tonight, but... Alright. Looks okay on camera? Yeah. Like, the shape of the nose is okay. I just think it's too low from the eye patch and the eye, so we might have to... She heard me? Alright, excellent. Thank you for the recommendation, helping me sell my humble wares. I need all the help I can get, I'll be honest. This is my advertisement. And or this is the most that I advertise, right? Everything else is word of mouth. So I do really appreciate it. Alright. Throwing rings on the floor over here. Alright. So we got this much done. Right, we're off the table now. Or how much farther? I think it's looking pretty good. And my eyeball. Step back 4 feet and then look at it? Okay. Sales have been dead this month? Yeah, I mean, it's January. Everybody's still recovering from last year. It is what it is. Okay. Put this away. And one more time before we leave for the evening. Shiny, bright aluminum from chain reaction, right? So just, I'm very happy with how these came out, right? There's no burrs, they're all highly polished. Like I said, aluminum's not my favorite, but this is gonna make a fun project. So, because whatever we make out of it will be ridiculously shiny. So, Tara, if you're still watching, maybe we'll make a keychain out of some of these, and we'll take a break from the big inlay for a little bit and work on something else for a little while. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Alright, we'll be back tomorrow night or at the latest Wednesday. Come on. If you're looking for quality bright aluminum, check out chain-reaction.ca. Got a nice little setup going on there. It's pretty quality stuff, if I do say so myself. You love it? One of these days you should send an ample package of your bright aluminum rings. We love you. I love you guys too. You guys rock. So, with that, I will say good night. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. You make it go so much faster. And so many fun topics come up. So I want all of you to have a good night. Have a good work week. Let's get through the drudge of work. And I will see you tomorrow.